What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Meg and today I am going to show you guys how I do my brows. So as you guys can see, my brows totally suck ass. I mean, they're pretty non-existent. They're very sparse and coarse, and I'm getting microblading in February and I cannot wait. So the first thing that I like to do, even though my brows, there's not a whole lot to them, I still like to take a spoolie and comb them through just to see if there's any hairs that I need to trim. So basically when you comb your brows up, if you have a bunch of hair sticking out, you can just trim them with some cuticle scissors is what I prefer to use. And that way I can just see what I'm working with, and it will also help you see if there's any hairs you need to pluck. So I've been loving this Soft and Natural Brow Kit by Benefit. I ordered this off Ulta and I totally recommend getting this if they still have it available. It's so worth the money. What you get is a little stencil thing, so if you do need help with your brows and finding a shape, it gives you stencils in there, but I haven't used those yet. It gives you their highlighting crayon, and then you get a goof-proof brow pencil, and you also get their brow gel, and it's seriously well worth the money. Highly recommend these little kits. They're perfect. Another staple in my brow routine is, of course, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I use mine in taupe because I do have cooler tones in my hair. The blonde one has more reddish tones, but I could still get away with using it, and it will make my brows look lighter. And I also have this little Anastasia brush that came with their Brow Genius kit, and it's ghetto taped together because after washing it, the glue loosened on the ferrule and it kind of fell apart, but nothing some tape can't fix. So today I'm going to map out my brows for you guys. I don't do this every time I do my brows, but it's definitely a good guide to get you used to where you want to start and end and arch your brows. So you just want to take a tool, and then the outside of your nostril right there is where you want your brows to start. And then you line it up with the edge of your pupil, and that's where your arch should be on the corner of your nose. And then taking the brush on the corner of your nose, resting it, that's where your brows should end. So that was just kind of a rough, quick guide to show you guys. And I'm actually going to mark these areas with this goof-proof brow pencil from Benefit. I use the number 2 shade, and I love this because it's double-ended, and that spoolie is amazing. And I also really do like the formula of the brow pencil. This one is a little bit thicker, but it has a nice angled shape, which makes it super easy to get your brows on and going. Using this kind of pencil is perfect because this does wipe away super easy. So I'm just going to make the measurements and make the marks on my brows so I have that guideline to follow when I am shaping and filling them in. You could also use like a white eyeliner for this, or an eyeshadow, basically anything that you can easily wipe away. Normally when I do my brow routine, I just stick to the dip brow, but when I go all out, I use a mixture of everything, so that is the routine that I'm going to be showing you guys today. So to get started, I am going to take that dip brow product, and I'm going to start by making the line on the bottom. This is going to be the darkest part of the brow. And then I'm just going to kind of comb through with a spoolie to help disperse it throughout the rest of my brow. And you guys can see I started the product further back, so it's darkest in the middle and then kind of faded in the front. That's how I like to do my brows. And then for the top line, if you're starting with no brows or hardly any brows like me, basically I just see where my brow hairs end, and then that's how I determine the thickness of my brows. And I'm just going to try to build a shape based off of the measurements that I made. And by the way, I hope you guys can't hear my neighbor's dog in the background as I'm doing this voiceover. It's upstairs barking and crying its head off, so I apologize if you guys can hear that. So I just took the leftover product on that brush and just put it through the rest of my brow. And then to help fill in, I am now going to switch over to the brow pencil. And I'm really going to concentrate on, making hair-like strokes in the very front of my brow because I like it to look more natural. And then I go in heavy-handed throughout the rest of the brow to fill it in and help blend everything together. Make sure you're blending with the spoolie as you go, because then you can tell where you need more product. Now I'm going to go in with the Highbrow by Benefit, and then again, this is mostly for highlighting under your brows. If you want super sharp brows, you can go ahead and use concealer to shape out your brows, but I normally don't do that. And you can see it's just like a nice pinkish tone, and it's just really going to help lighten under there, and it can also help shape and define under your brow as well. I don't normally do this on a day-to-day basis, just more so for special occasions. You don't need a lot of this product. It's pretty creamy, and I just basically get under the arch a lot, and then I just blend it out with my finger. Another important thing to do when shaping and defining your brows is to also take a step back and kind of maybe find a full-length mirror just to see if your brows look even, if they're the same shape, same size. I have this problem a lot because I pretty much have to draw my brows on from scratch. So that's another tip for you guys, because it can look even close up, but then you also need to take that perspective from far away as well. So now I am going to go ahead and take their Ready Set Brow Setting Gel, and I love this stuff. I really love the comb of it. I just really love like Benefit's their Real Mascara for like the shape and the bristles on their comb, and it's basically pretty similar to this brow gel, and I feel like it just gets really close to like the root of the lash, or to the root of the brow hairs, and it really helps stand them up, and they do stay in place. If you wanted to take this a step extra, you could also set with powder. And here is a finished brow. I like to think that it is more of a natural everyday wear brow, and this is what they look like together. They're not 100% identical, but remember, brows are sisters, not twins. I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.